Good morning. We're here at the Warburton-Princeton Road intersection again. We're going to do a different section of the Warburton Road today, I think. Anyway, I'm going to switch the camera over and we'll get going. Hopefully we don't incur or interact with any vehicles this morning, but we'll see. Nibbler's off getting his running in. So, yeah, cooler day today. We're expecting rain a little later this morning. Yeah, really pretty road here. Yeah, Warburton's one of the longer heritage roads. It goes from the number 2 highway near Fredericton, or in Fredericton really, and then comes all the way out here to empties out to New Orleans Road, which is near Millvale. Yes, I love these woods covered roads. Oh, run away. There we go. Just beautiful walks. And nobody around, so it's a nice quiet place to go for Nibbler and I our exercise. Looks like there's a hurricane coming this weekend, potentially, depending on how it tracks. So we've been lucky for weather this September. I don't think I've been rained out entirely. There have been a couple moist days or overnight rains, but yeah, I've been lucky. But it looks like that luck's running out because it's going to be a wet week starting today. So hopefully we'll still be able to get some good walks in. But we'll see. Have to play it by ear. Yeah, I love these. This is what I really love about natural PEI. It's these Acadian forests. And it's hard to get away from everything on the island without getting onto these heritage roads. And no, I think he's just here. I thought I was wondering if there was a vehicle coming, but I think we're far enough along the Warburton Road that I can hear the traffic on the number 2 highway. Even though it's still quite a ways away, we're only about halfway down Warburton Road here. But yeah, it's nice and quiet most of the time. You hear lots of birds. Boy, it's chilly though. Even my hand holding this gimbal is feeling a little bit cold. So, winter's definitely on its way. Still got a couple of months before that really starts to sink in, but yeah, ever since the cold weather rolled in a few days ago, it has felt like fall. I can even see up at the tops of the trees here, there's some yellow leaves starting to show up. So yeah, I think we'll have some pretty fall colors. Of course, this hurricane could do a fair bit of damage. September in particular is a bad month if a hurricane does hit the island because of all these leaves. Once the leaves fall, windstorms aren't so much of an issue, but the way it is right now, we could lose a lot of trees if the hurricane hits us with any sort of force. And right now the forecast is, well, the track is it's going to be a major hurricane until it starts approaching Atlantic Canada. Of course, once it hits the Gulf, it switches to a extratropical 4 storm at some point, but I think it's going to whack up a pretty good punch depending where it lands. Right, as of this morning, the track was probably, where are you going? The track has seems to put it right in the mouth of the Gulf between Cape Breton and Newfoundland. Eastern PEI is on the outside of the west part of the track, and looks like southwest corner of Newfoundland on the other. Lots of time for it to change, of course. It's a 5-day. It's 5 days out right now, so be monitoring that this week. I'll be giving you daily updates, because yeah, hurricanes are no joke. That was one thing I was happy to not have when I was living on the West Coast. You don't get hurricanes in BC, but yeah, when we moved back here in 2019, we got our first hurricane. It was my wife's first experience with a hurricane. Mine, first time in over a quarter century. But yeah, it was a tough windstorm, but we got through without much damage. But it certainly is it's quite the thing. Earthquakes in the West Coast are just as terrifying, but there's no warning. They just tend to hit, or you get very limited warning. With the hurricane, like I said, we're 5 days out. So it's a waiting game, and the closer it gets, the more certain is it's going to hit. You got to start rolling with preparations. Fortunately, being this far north, hurricanes are usually down to a tropical storm, or at worst a type 1 or type 2. There's never been a major hurricane hit in the Maritimes as far as I know. So you at least have, the knowledge that we're not going to get, catastrophic levels of damage likely. But, if you get a direct hit, like the one that went on 2019, Dorian, it was a pretty, I think the center went over part of PEI, or at least just to the east of it, and it was a solid punch. You have to make sure everything's tied down. You don't want to leave anything loose in the yard. I've got a chicken coop and a run that I have some ground anchors and some ratchet straps that I used last time to just make sure that in case you did get a really bad gust, it doesn't blow things over and our chickens go flying. But yeah, those are the joys of living in a hurricane region. You gotta get prepared and gotta be ready for the water not to work and electricity to fail, be out of power for days. Dorian, I think we were out of power for 3 or 4 days, at least a couple days anyway. But yeah, this is hurricane talk for today. I think that's probably enough. But yeah, like I said, I'll keep you posted. Hoping it misses us, because I'd rather not experience another hurricane. But like I said, it's kind of inevitable. Anyway, this is a good hill climb actually. It's not as steep as the one we were on the other day, but it's a good long one. We're still going up. I think the hill crest is up around the corner, so we'll get up to the top there and then we'll probably head back. around there. Seems like that'll be a good morning walk. Oh, the corn's looking nice and ready for harvest. It's definitely harvest season. Okay, that's it for today. Say goodbye, Nibbler. Say goodbye. See you tomorrow.